Live, Willie's live. It's not come to Willie's live. We're so tired. Can I tell already? Hi, beauties. So, welcome to episode 2 of He Said, She Said. We gonna get right into this because we dead dog tired. I'm cooking and it's late and y'all watching Housewives anyway. So more than likely I'll just go ahead and put this raw video up instead of editing and all that jingling because whatever. I'm sad. And to make sure I get it up tonight because I got things to do. So, okay, the rest of the questions I put in this little baggie last time, so. Ooh, can't advertise. No shop will send me a check. Alright. I'm gonna take 2. No, I'm gonna give you 2. Ooh. Here. Let me take my glasses off, too. It's a bit of a glare. So. Okay, you give me 2. Pick out 2 for me. Oh. Messing up my old crochets. Go, papito. Alright, I'm gonna go first. Here we go. And yes, I'm this blind. Is it possible to be 100% honest all the time and not hurt the other person's feelings? That's why I don't want to answer that stuff.
But Daddy, Mom. Daddy. The blue.
Yes, it's possible.
I want the blue.
How the balloon sleep, honey. Let it sleep on the ceiling. The sleep. Balloon sleep. How important is communication? Should a Christian marry a non-Christian? Where's the questions coming from? Do you ever have doubts about being with one person for so long? Now that's a question. Yes, you do. Just keep that extra real. I think I mentioned it in the last video how marriage isn't always romantic. Marriage isn't always happily ever after. It takes a lot of work. It can be stressful. Sometimes the people grow at different rates at different times and all of that. You go through stages just like, because we're human. So you go through these different stages of life. Plus life happens. So you don't always feel in love and taken away, So sometimes that might lead to doubts. Is that right? Yes. Sometimes that might lead to doubts about being with the same person. But I believe if you are right for each other, because sometimes folks get married and you just wasn't even supposed to get married. But if you are right for each other, then you just got to work on it. You have to maintain an open line of communication, the basics, trust and all that jazz. But I think communicating with each other is very important. If you're not feeling the other person, then you might want to say that. Whatever you are going through, you might want to openly communicate that because it's easy to take things personally. For instance, in a moment of like grief, like we went through a period where right after Willie lost his father, he was dealing with grief like really heavily. So he wasn't necessarily ready to jump in his sack and all of this jazz. And, he was dealing with grief. So when that tends to happen and people are on 2 different planes, you just have to openly communicate what's going on. And then the other person just has to compromise, try to be as selfless as possible, figure out how you can serve, keep in mind your marriage is a ministry. And it's important to have a servant leadership mentality. So there's a lot of giving. It's a lot of giving involved. So if you young, saved, and married, and you trying to be selfish, it's probably just not even gonna work for you. So, boop. Okay, you got. I'm nosy. Can't even read.
Do you absolutely hate them doing an argument?
Speak up, baby.
Says, do you ever absolutely hate them doing an argument? No.
He lying.
No. No. You might be upset and say some things you might not mean, but you don't hate the person. So no.
Probably. No, I'm just.
No.
It's times I felt like maybe hate is a strong word. Maybe hate is a strong word. I could say there are times where I felt like I did not like you. And I know you felt the same way about me.
I disagree with our statement, yes. But as far as a dislike,
Yeah, hate was pretty strong. Hate was pretty strong. How can you be sure your love for them will last forever? I know, it's like some of these I don't even remember cutting them up. Can you be sure? Can a human being honestly be sure that anything's gonna last forever? No, we're gonna die. Death is gonna come knocking, and that cuts forever out kind of swiftly. Don't you think? It grabs forever by the balls. But no, do your best. Do your best to take things a day at a time. Does that love ebb and flow? What? Does that love ebb and flow where you love them a lot one day and
yes.
yes, love ebb and flows. I mentioned that in the first question. We're going to get a whole new set of questions for next week. And all of them don't have to be about relationships. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would like to answer some other types of questions. Maybe not so much politics, but 'cause I don't feel like fighting with y'all trolls. But it might be fun. What is a man's biggest pet peeve about being married? Go ahead and answer that. What is a man's biggest pet peeve about being married?
I'd actually like to hear what you had to say about that.
Being married?
I disagree.
I think being married is probably a man's biggest pet peeve about being married. Okay, what's your answer?
The things that we find be a pet peeve is nagging.
Oh,
Nagging.
Lord. Oh.
What, babe?
Oh.
You don't nag, do you? Do you nag? I mean, if you nag, then I guess...
Women hate that word. You want to know what women...
What word would you use instead of nagging?
Women hate that word. The main reason why women hate that word is because men only use it when they wrong. It's like, why come the word just can't be... I don't know. But I feel like if you can't be offended by somebody telling you how you offended them. And usually that's where nagging comes from. It's like you put the other person in a position to have to repeatedly say something to get their point across. And 9 times out of 10, that means you either being selfish, you being self-righteous, you being, ornery or something. So, I mean, I think that word nagging or that concept nagging is just some crap men came up with to high five each other when they wrong. And that's just, you can't convince me anything otherwise.
Well, if that doesn't tell you anything about peas,
I'm serious. Women, hit me up in the comments and let me know, for real, what is your interpretation of nagging? And do you honestly feel like you're a nagger? Men, hit us up. Tell us how you feel about nagging. Is that your honest pet peeve? And do you feel like your wife, your significant other, would nag you if you stayed on your P's and Q's?
If you did, they'd find something else.
Listen, everybody make mistakes, right? But if you were like, you know what, I was wrong, sincerely being wrong, I'm sorry, I got this, and you make steps towards changing that, who's gonna be like, damn it, you took out the trash again?
Oh.
Okay.
What am I doing? 2 questions?
What? Oh, right. Okay, hold on. Let's do. We 10 minutes in. It's good. Shit, the last one was 25 minutes. Y'all gonna 5 more minutes. What do you do if you want to be alone for a while?
What do you do, honey?
Go be alone.
Oh.
If the kid's around like he is now, I just be like, look, I'm going in the room. He'll pull it too. Don't act like you won't pull it like you did yesterday. I'm going for a ride. I'll be back.
And I went to Lowe's to get tools to do.
It doesn't matter. It does not matter what you did.
Oh.
You needed your time and you took it.
Okay.
Ooh, that was horrible. Do we ever dress alike? Child. Shouts out to y'all with these weird questions. I mean, but no. Would you cheat on? I guess this is would you cheat on somebody if they were super hot and basically grabbing at your genitals? If you at the point of somebody grabbing on you, you already messed up. Is being married better than being single?
It has a straight up.
I can agree with that. I find that when you single and you like want to be married, I don't say you obsess over it, but that's what you want. That's the life you want. When you married, you want to have the single perks. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's trade-offs. This is interesting, but it's a little, I don't say stupid question, but it's okay. It's green. How long can you keep avoiding the tough conversations and just stay in the honeymoon phase? Willie.
It's out of your control. You can't control it.
Yeah, you can't control that. The honeymoon phase thing is a joke. It seriously is a joke. You want to know why I say it's a joke? Because people walk into their relationship knowing and understanding it's not always going to be as pretty, as perky as it is, the first week, 2 weeks, maybe even a month after you get married. So, it's got a whole name now. It's like, come on. So what happens if, and this is a little much, but I'm just saying, what happens if your parents get into a car accident right after the wedding? Like, so you still in honeymoon phase? Like, it's relative. It's relative. Do your best to give your best every single day. Take it a day at a time. You want to answer a sex question? Yeah, I think we should get gully. What's 13 minutes? Let's do this last one about sex. See how interesting it get up in here. Okay, Willie. Does the sex ever get boring? Even if it's like super great right now, it has to get boring at some point. What do you do? Shouts out to whoever sent that. And I'm gonna put my glasses on because I don't like not being able to see.
I don't know. Spice it up. Try something different. There you go.
Don't be vanilla. What do you do? What do you do? What would you do? Has sex ever got boring for you?
Good times. It's gotten boring. But then we just switch it up, change positions. Try a different time of day, location, change some of the variables about what you've been doing. Instead of doing it in the bedroom, do it in the kitchen. Instead of doing it in the kitchen, do it on the couch. Instead of doing it at night, do it in the morning. Instead of doing it before bed, do it after you wake up.
Stupid.
Well, these are all variables that you can change.
Yeah. You can also try games. I like games.
Games.
Get you some of them dice. You know what I'm saying? Lick nose, rub feet. You know those dice. Get you some dice. some handcuffs, some butter, you know, some horse reins. You know what I'm saying? A bucket of ice and a chisel, you know, some bootstraps and some vegetable oil. You know, do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Big girls, listen. Learn you some yoga. You know what I'm saying? Get your stretch on. It works. It works. Auntie. Get you some stretching going. You know what I'm saying? Vaseline yourself up. Boom. You know what I want to try? I want to try that. It's a word for it. Help me with the word for it, y'all. But you like get you some plastic sheets and y'all get y'all some like car engine oil or something, like some really slick stuff, and you get the slide and gooping around. It's a word for that. Holla at me and let me know what that is. But I want to try that. That looks fun. All right, y'all. I'm about through with y'all tonight. So hit us up with your questions. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And yeah, I think I am just going to throw this one up here raw this week. But we'll see you guys next week. We're actually probably going to change the day of posting from Sunday to Monday. But it just depends on the time schedule. So as you know, I'm opening up a store soon. So it's just going to literally be about the scheduling. So either way, you know, we're going to hit y'all up every week. So you subscribe, you be on the lookout, then you know. All right, so we love y'all. Keep it greasy. You want to come say something, William? No. Okay. Love y'all. Excuse me. Excuse me. Love y'all. Have a good night. Peace.